Well, Kevin McHale has known Bill Walton's son, Luke, since he was a toddler. The two had a chance to chat in the back hallway before tonight's game with Jim Peterson, Tom Hanneman at courtside at Target Center, where we're just about ready to go. Great to have you with us tonight. Snowy winter wonderland, and driving all day long has been horrific. So sit back, relax, don't even think about leaving the house this evening, and enjoy another visit by Kobe Bryant to the Twin Cities. Tonight's game on FSN North is being presented in high definition. For a complete listing of FSN North HD cable providers, go to foxsports.com, keyword North. Underway, Timberwolves win the tap, and will go at the Lakers, a team that beat them in Los Angeles a few weeks ago in the first meeting of the year. McCants for three to start. Won't drop. Odom with the rebound. Lamar Odom still trying to find consistency in his game. Kobe Bryant missing his first shot of the night. Kobe took 26 shots in the last game for the Lakers. Jefferson has the rebound. Mark Madsen taps it to himself. Lakers come in tonight just 2-5 in their last 7 games. They've lost 2 in a row, and they've dropped 3 straight on the road. Timberwolves have struggled as well. They've dropped 3 in a row. Telfair tries his hand. Well, let's look at our Northland Ford dealers lineups tonight. We'll start with the Lakers. Walton, Odom, Mim, Kobe Bryant, and Derek Fisher. And for the Timberwolves, Jerry Seasting tonight, going with Gomes, Jefferson, Madsen, McCants, and Telfair. Andrew Bynum not starting tonight, we're told. They had him on an IV back in the locker room. He had some stomach issues today, and we've heard the same news of Kobe Bryant battling a stomach problem. Rather quiet crowd here tonight so far, as folks having difficulty getting to Target Center. Odom surveys from the corner. Drops it in on Chris Mim, and he's fouled. One of the key components on the court tonight, Pete. Let's look at the Chief game plan.
I think you got to stay connected defensively, and that means not just focusing on Kobe Bryant, which is that man's job tonight, but it's all 5 guys talking and making sure that the whole team doesn't get off of the Lakers. And then I think Rashad McCants has to have a great game, Tom. I think he's got to be sort of establishing himself as a consistent scorer and contributor. Consistent being the key. That's one thing that Randy Whitman always talks about. It's not always about scoring points. It's about giving consistent effort on both ends of the floor.
You know, both teams starting out like the weather, very cold. The Timberwolves have missed their first 4 shots. The Lakers, their initial 3. Ryan Gomes, that was deflected. Kobe Bryant. The finger roll is in, the first make of the night by either team, and it comes at the 9:48 mark of the opening quarter.
A little bit too easy that time. Kobe Bryant getting in the middle of the floor. No help stepped up.
As we continue with the Jeep game plan, let's look at the Lakers.
Well, they're 5th in the league in scoring, 105 points per ball game, and so they want to up-tempo this game. And then turnovers. They're 27th in the NBA in turnovers, Tom. It's been one of the things that's been snake biting them, and 16.8 turnovers per ball game.
Way too many for a Phil Jackson coach team. They had 22 the other night in a 104-97 loss to Orlando. The Lakers at 2 in a row. The Wolves still looking for their first make, and they get it from Rashad McCants. McCants, one of the bright spots offensively, at least, in a otherwise forgettable loss to Memphis over the weekend. A 29-point setback. Rashad had 18 points in that game in just 21 minutes. The first time this year, Pete, I think that the The effort and the fight that we've come to get used to in the early season was not there for the Wolves. Kobe Bryant cans it from the corner. Bryant this year has started very strong in the first quarter, but his scoring in the last few games has tailed off from there. 19 points in the first quarter against the Magic, and then single digits in each quarter thereafter.
Talked about Kobe's wing catch and coming off a little screen set by Chris Mim, and then Kobe Bryant has such tremendous range, and really when he crosses half court, Tom, he's a dangerous scorer. Watch the last ball game against Orlando in the first half. First quarter particularly, just was letting it rain from outside the arc and drained about 4 threes, and he was deep. He will pull the trigger from three-point range early and often.
Kobe had 30 points in the first game against the Wolves this year. Jefferson inside short. Al with some physical issues is 100% tonight. But he had a season-low 9 points and 7 rebounds in the loss to Memphis the last game. Battling some muscle problems. Al Jefferson, 20th in the NBA in scoring and 9th in rebounding. He is 1 of 5 to average 20-10 this season, and that's a good-looking group.
Well, there were only 4 last year that averaged 20 and 10. Kevin Garnett, where is he on that list?
Big Al off the mark with the second free throw.
Kind of wondered if Kevin was going to get to that 20-point mark this year playing.
Mark Madsen with the, well, nearly the steal, went out of bounds. You got to love the effort. Chris Mim in a crowd. Mim, the one-handed hook, drops down. Chris Mim making his 4th start of the season tonight in place of Andrew Bynum, who had been playing so well. And the Lakers, who missed their first 3 shots tonight, have now hit 4 in a row. Ryan Gomes takes it all the way. Gomes just 1 of 7 from the field in the last game, 2 points against the Grizzlies. Fisher, the bounce pass down low. Mark Madsen again down on his knees to take it away. Telfair, what a move, and the finish by Big Al Jefferson. Well, solid defense leads to great offense. That was apparent again there. Timberwolves pull within a point. Luke Walton in close, can't connect. Jefferson already with 4 rebounds in the first 5 minutes of this game. McCann, second leading scorer on the Timberwolves, and he has had the hot hand so far tonight.
Minnesota's leading scorer last ball game off the bench for Randy Whitman did not play the previous game against San Antonio. Tweaked his knee and shoot-around, Tom, right in front of us before the San Antonio game.
Odom launches and hits. Lamar Odom. It's a 2-point shot. Odom still looking for consistency. Versatility is the key to his game, and he has not had it since coming off-season shoulder surgery. He is the second leading scorer, but only averaging 13 points. And the stat that really stands out is assists, 1.7, well below his average. Career-wise, Kobe Bryant is hammered on his way to the hoop. Al Jefferson.
3 points tonight, gets 2 right here. Nice move by Sebastian Telfair to get past Lamar Odom, and Al is the opportunistic rebounder on this play. Good follow-up. You like to see guys trail for offensive rebounds, even if it seems like he's going to get an easy layup, and that was no gimme by Sebastian Telfair.
That was the 145th free throw this season for Kobe Bryant. And that continues to be an area where the Timberwolves struggle getting to the line on a nightly basis.
And that's, one of the things about staying connected in terms of my keys was trying to stay connected without fouling. And the Lakers are really good at getting to the free throw line time, not just Kobe Bryant. They are one of the league leaders in terms of free throw attempts, 4th in the NBA, almost just under 30 attempts per game.
And when they get there, they seem to hit them. Walton. Fans thought that he carried the ball. Kobe backing in on McCants, and he travels. So McCants pulls the chair out a little bit on Kobe Bryant, who turns it over. Kobe this season averaging over 3 turnovers a game, and a technical is called on Kobe.
For basketball with Tubby Smith.
Luke Walton is the subject of tonight's Chrysler Scouting Report.
I'm a fan of Luke Walton. You know, I was kind of unsure of what kind of pro he was going to be when he came out of Arizona, but about 6'6", 6'7", he's got great court vision, Tommy. He really sees the floor well. Very versatile passer. He's a great decision maker on the floor. Smart defender. He does a lot of good things for your team. And then he's kind of a versatile scorer. He can post up a little bit. He can shoot the 3. He's great off the bounce. He's just a smart basketball player. And wouldn't you know, he came from a Hall of Famer like Bill Walton.
He's also a glue guy who was talking to that man, Kobe Bryant, after Kobe was teed up, complaining about the traveling call. Let's look at it again.
Sebastian Telfair fakes like he's going away and then comes quickly, and Kobe Bryant arguing the call a little bit too much. And Kobe will argue a call or two. He complains probably more than any player that you see in the NBA right now. He's obviously lobbying for calls. There's a reason why he gets to the free throw line so much. He lobbies for himself. He's always complaining about non-calls.
Kobe's mentioned with 146 trips to the line. The Timberwolves as a team have gone to the line 297 times this year. Ryan Gomes off the glass. Nice handoff by Al Jefferson.
I was getting much better at creating spacing for himself on that post-up and the little handoff on the baseline cut. I think he's learned a great deal by playing under Randy Whitman and this coaching staff of how to pass out of double teams, working with Kevin McHale, all the guys that have been talking with him.
Kobe Bryant in the crowd has it knocked from behind. Derek Fisher steps back and connects.
I was surprised when Derek Fisher, 2 games ago, they went back to Utah. Tom played in Utah, and the fans in Utah booed Derek Fisher. And after the great season he had last year and the way that he committed himself during the playoffs, it was very surprising. I watched that game on the dish, and just to kind of see how they were going to react. And I was pretty shocked the fans in Utah didn't accept him warmly.
Why anyone would have issue with him leaving the team to get the kind of care he was looking for his young daughter Tatum, the story well known, diagnosed with a rare form of eye cancer. And he chose LA Children's Hospital and the Jazz organization, showing some class and understanding the situation as well and letting him depart. They voided the last 3 years of his contract, and he returned to the Lakers a 3-year, $15 million deal. Really an unprecedented move by the Jazz.
Building up a little good karma after the Carlos Boozer debacle with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Loose ball knocked out. Telfair tried to tip it to a teammate. Instead, Kobe Bryant comes away with it and puts it through. Kobe Bryant, 3 of 4 from the field, now with 9 points. The Lakers at 58% from the field in the late going of the opening quarter at Target Center. Al Jefferson way outside. Gomes had a hand on it, but the ball ends up in the hands of Derek Fisher. Chris Mim turns it around, won't go. Now Jefferson there with a good contest. Gomes, long range, misses everything. Quickly down court, Luke Walton. Can't finish.
Dodged the bullet there. The run out by Walton, the contest on the Gomes 3, and then the long pass down court.
Gomes leaning back, and he's fouled in the process.
No, he's not fouled. He fouled.
He fouled. The offensive foul on Ryan Gomes.
Exactly.
And you see Corey Brewer checking in, started the last game. There's Jerry Seesting if you're just joining us tonight. Antoine Walker checking in, Jerry Seesting. The acting head coach for the Timberwolves, Randy Whitman, will have surgery on his back tomorrow. We wish Randy the very best and a quick recovery. Jerry, along with the entire Wolves coaching staff, had a chance to chat with Whit today, talk about what the team hoped to do. And Jerry told me that he has finished a number of NBA games as a head coach, but never started one. So new territory tonight. McCants has picked up his second personal.
And that means Greg Buckner comes into the game for Minnesota. Jerry took over responsibilities for the team walkthrough this morning and kind of gave us the rundown for Whit and told us how much pain he was in down in Memphis. We didn't do that game, so we didn't see that Randy was in excruciating pain during that Memphis Grizzly game.
Well, anyone that has experienced those types of problems understands. Give the gift of the Wolves this holiday season. Holiday 3-pack started $50 and include matchups with Dallas, Phoenix, and that big game against Boston. It's the ultimate stocking stuffer. Call 612-337-DUNK. So no timetable for Randy Whitman as to when he might be able to return, but obviously the sooner the better. But the team tonight in very capable hands. Jefferson in the paint, rises up. Corey Brewer trying to get the rebound, and Odom ultimately comes away with it. Kobe, the quick trigger, and he drops in another three.
That's what I'm saying. He gets across half court. He'll stop and pop that in transition.
So Kobe Bryant continues a fast start now at 13 points in the opening quarter. Jefferson hammered on the block. Kobe Bryant, the second leading scorer in the NBA, averaging just under 28 points a game, and this three makes it an 8-0 run by the Lakers.
Products for low prices, Menards. Get ready for all those Christmas toys.
I'm standing by with the 8th all-time leader, NBA's leader in block shots, the 5th active. Theo, you suffered a knee injury. How's it feeling now?
I'm doing pretty good. Just a couple of days ago, been able to get out and run on it a little bit and jump on it a little bit, shoot around, and it's coming around.
Is it pretty frustrating that you got off to such a good start and then an injury kind of slowed you down?
Yeah, it can be frustrating, but, I know these things happen, and you have no control over these type of situations. But, it's just about just continue to work hard, continue to keep a positive attitude, and continue to be able to get back out there.
Now, you're an NBA veteran, been around 13 years. Can you give us the mood of this team and what's the morale now? Because you guys have been in a lot of games but have come up short in the very end.
I think guys' morale is great, man. I think it's more so about just maturing and learning how to play the game and learning how to play to win. And I think a lot of the things that we do out on the floor don't show winning basketball. When we take ill-advised shots, when we do things on defense, making mistakes and different things in the crunch time, and that's what the good teams execute, and that's how they win games.
All right, thanks, Theo, and hope to see you soon.
All right, thank you.
All right, Tom, Jim.
Thank you so much, Telly. Theo Ratliff, you can't say enough about him. He has missed. He has been inactive now the last 9 games. His last appearance November 16th against the Wizards, and this is a guy that's about we, not me, always has been.
His numbers are staggering. When you start looking at the number of shot blocks that he has per game, Telly mentioned number 8 in terms of numbers of blocks per ball game in the history of the league. He's 20th all time just in sheer numbers of blocks, but he's got over 1,800 blocks, Tom. He's got 220 more than Kevin Garnett, and he's played half as many minutes as Ticket. Ticket's played 36,000 minutes. Theo's played about 18,000. More similar to Marcus Camby in terms of number of minutes played, but Theo is definitely a guy that can make a huge difference for your team.
Now Jefferson slapping his hands after the last miss. He's just 1 of 6 from the field to start. Kobe Bryant with the miss, and Greg Buckner gets the bucket and one. Theo Ratliff, 34 years of age in his 13th NBA season as we
95 draft. This is another glue guy right here. The coaching staff has been very pleased with Greg Buckner and his ability to keep guys positive, and Can't tell you how many times I've seen Greg Buckner, Tom, so far this season, on the road, on the bus, on the plane, talking to the young guys, telling them good stuff too. I mean, he's a guy that has been really a blessing for this team in terms of getting the young guys to understand how to prepare and how to play this game.
Wolves just 3 of 6 at the free throw line early on. Chris Mim, the alley-oop. And a beautiful feed by Kobe Bryant.
This is what we talked about in the pregame show. You have so many guys focusing on Kobe Bryant, and he just decides to go into the back in Greg Buckner. Whenever you have a big, you want to go ahead and face up, or you can back him in if you're Kobe Bryant. He just throws it up at the rim. So many eyes on Kobe. We saw Andrew Bynum in Los Angeles. We saw Omar Odom. We saw Chris Mim all get layups or dunks on the inside from little lobs like that by Kobe.
And that was the big problem in the loss to the Lakers last month. It wasn't so much Kobe Bryant dropping 30 points on him. So many of his teammates.
6 guys in double figures. 3 guys had double-doubles.
Vladimir Radmanovic is run over there by Corey Brewer. Vladimir Radmanovic will head to the line 83% this season. Phil Jackson wasn't sure what his future was a month ago. He knows exactly now as we look at our Menards news and notes, and we'll deal with injuries. We've mentioned Theo Ratliff, one of many. Randy Foye continues to be out. He has not played a minute this year. Marko Jaric missing tonight as well, and there was some concern about Antoine Walker, but as you can see, Antoine is on the court. Corey Brewer, bounce pass, down low, tough angle for Greg Buckner, and he rolls it in.
Little pinball fast break by Minnesota. Corey Brewer really couldn't handle the pass by Telfair, but pinballs it over to Buckner.
Odom misfires.
This is a great opportunity for Sebastian Telfair too, Tom, because if Minnesota was at full strength, who knows how many minutes he'd be getting. It's one.
Another 3.
Over 4,000 three-point attempts by Antoine Walker in his career. One of the league leaders historically in that regard as well.
Minnesota, one of the better three-point shooting teams in the NBA. The lucky bounce there. Jordan Farmar, who has played a much larger role for the Lakers. Telfair takes it all the way.
Great take by Bassie.
Farmar tries to get it inside. Buckner disrupts that. Sasha Vujacic misses everything from the corner.
Jordan Farmar is one of those lucky guys who went to high school right there in Los Angeles at Taft and played at UCLA and then gets drafted by the Lakers and never really has to switch zip codes or cell phones throughout his whole life.
Last shot time for the Wolves. Telfair takes it inside and he is fouled as he holds on to the left shoulder. Sebastian Telfair, the 4th leading scorer for the Timberwolves, is among the league leaders in assists and steals this year, and he's, well, you can see improved dramatically as his minutes have increased. He had a career-high 7 rebounds in a 16-point game against Memphis. He played 42 minutes, the most any Timberwolves player has performed in this season. Lakers trying to take it cross court, and before they did, they carried the ball. Less than 2 seconds. They put 1.2 back on. Phil Jackson signed a 2-year, $24 million extension.
Pretty nice.
Just a few days ago. Pretty nice. Alley-oop attempt was knocked away by Chris Mim. We'd all be celebrating the holidays if we signed a 2-year, $24 million extension. Well, the Timberwolves not celebrating yet. They're down 6 points after firing 41% from the field in the opening 12 minutes. Mark Madsen and company trying to get it done. Jerry Seasting, the head coach for the Wolves tonight. Deals with scoring leaders right now in the NBA. Kobe, number 2. He won his 2nd consecutive scoring title last season, averaged nearly 32 points a game. And Kobe, one of the subject matters that we'll deal with on Halftime Live. We bring you the Target Center in-arena experience right into your living room. We'll do it commercial free. Tonight we'll take an inside look at the Timberwolves' new dance team. Jim Peterson, JB Bickerstaff break down Kobe's game. We'll bring you highlights of tonight's halftime entertainment and more. Halftime Live still ahead tonight. Trevor Ariza off the window. Ariza, the UCLA product that was part of the trade with Orlando that sent Brian Cook and Mo Evans to the Magic back on November 20th. Walker, another 3. Antoine Walker has a couple threes, 2 of the 3 that the Timberwolves have hit tonight.
Lakers only have 10 guys dressed. Kwame Brown, of course, knee injury. Andrew Bynum out with the stomach flu. Kobe Carlos with the D-League. And Ronnie Turia got concussion last ball game. Little elbow to the head from Dwight Howard. That'll do it.
Walker again for 3.
And you know, so now it was a 2-for-1 trade, Tom, the trade you just mentioned. So they've got 14 on their roster, leaving one open, which kind of makes you wonder. Are they going to perhaps go for a free agent on the market? Could Chris Webber be ending up in Los Angeles?
Well, it is a subject that has been talked about. Chris Webber obviously would like to return. That deal will save Phil Jackson's Lakers $6 million over the next 3 years. Corey Brewer has picked up his 3rd personal and will head to the bench. Brewer had a dozen points last game. It's all about confidence. You see the frustration there. Corey Brewer, it's a work in progress, I think. Chris Mim now at 9 points, the 2nd leading scorer for the Lakers tonight. Telfair, nice fake, takes it all the way to the rack. Sebastian Telfair displaying his speed that time. Vujicic caught the bucket and one.
This is what I'm talking about for Sebastian Telfair. Is to, you know, we've seen one point guard from Minnesota. He's played all 14 minutes right now. And Sebastian is taking opportunities to get to that right hand and get all the way to the rim. It's the 3rd time we've seen Sebastian get to that rim. And you see Sasha Vujicic go to the basket and Antoine Walker fouls him.
Sasha has taken 28 attempts at the line this year and now he's knocked down 26 of them. Lakers lead it by 8. Walker travels and everyone bit on the fake outside of the 3-point line. Minnesota's 5th turnover of the game. Lakers have had an 11-point lead in this one. Vujicic for 3. He's got it.
Antoine Walker did a good job of getting Radmanovich off the elbow and forcing him out towards that 3-point line. Only problem was he does the handoff with Vujicic and he knocks down the 3 from outside the arc. That's one of the things J.B. Bickerstaff talked about, was getting that guy off the elbow. But when you knock down shots like that, it's pretty tough to defend.
Craig Smith in a crowd. It's Minnesota ball. Enjoyed the work that you did with JB. And we'll see at halftime tonight one of the bright young coaching minds in the NBA.
Yeah, he's a great addition, and the whole coaching staff for Minnesota. You know, Randy Whitman's decision to bring in Ed Pinckney, who somebody we both played with in Sacramento, is a great addition. Lob here.
Trevor Ariza is there to knock it away. Jordan Farmar off the glass, no. And Gomes grabs it.
That's the great thing about this staff, though, Tom. They're so helpful to us in terms of sharing information and doing things like JB did on the floor with me after shoot around today.
it's helpful for everyone to understand a little bit more about what's trying to be accomplished.
Absolutely.
How you deal with a talent like Kobe Bryant. We'll step aside. 8:54 remains in the first half, and the Lakers' lead is 11. 810-9587. We'll give you the answer in the Quest Wolves Live postgame show. And tonight's text question, who's the best Laker of all time? And this is really tough. What do you mean by best? I mean,
exactly.
What a group. What a group. George Mikan, Magic Johnson, Jerry West, Kobe Bryant, and Kareem.
Shaq's not on that list. Wilt Chamberlain's not on that list. Elgin Baylor's not on that list. There's you could go on and on. And, you talk to the Laker people, they debate this all the time. They have a hard time even whittling it down to 5, much less 1.
Well, that's the list. Let us know if you have another question for us. Just text it in. Walker gets in close, can't finish. Jordan Farmar. He's got some options. Trevor Ariza is fouled as he tries to take it all the way home.
Mike Greenbaum, our great stat guy that sits coach here with us, asked me and just handed me a little note. Says, would you rather have an all-star Laker or Celtic team? Now that's another debate you could have.
There's all sorts of debates, and we'll deal with a lot of them this year.
Lots of text questions.
Get funky with the Wolves this Saturday. It's 70s night, and the first 5,000 fans in attendance receive free party wigs. Don't miss the original Sugar Hill Gang at halftime. Buy tickets for 70s night, the game against Phoenix, at Timberwolves.com. Hardly wait to see what you'll be wearing. Those plaid bell bottoms, that's a good look. 9-2 Laker run.
Trevor Ariza is going to reach around the hip of Ryan Gomes and pick up the foul here. Ryan did a little push off, but Ariza grabbed Ryan Gomes by the hip first.
Since the trade for Ariza with the Magic, the Lakers become the second youngest team in the NBA behind Portland. Ryan Gomes fouled on his way to the rim. Lakers average 25 years of age.
Good take by Ryan to go right into the body of Chris Mim. Gomes 2 of 4 from the field. First free throw attempts tonight for Ryan.
Gomes one of the leaders in the NBA at the line. And there is Lamar Odom. He had a 19-point, 17-rebound game in the loss to the Magic last week. Gomes does his job. And the Timberwolves have sliced the Laker lead to 10. About this Laker team, Pete, the Wolves and Lakers met the one time in the playoffs, the first round back in 2003. Farmar for 3, no. No Timberwolves players remain from that series, that 02-03 roster. And Kobe and now Derek Fisher, the only 2 left for the Lakers. So plenty of changes for both teams.
And here you, I, and Stu Lance are still standing from the broadcasting center.
Telfair again, and Sebastian Telfair has had a variety of those great runs at the rim.
7 points for Sebastian on 3 of 7 shooting.
Odom has pointed the finger at himself frequently this year, saying, I am just not where I should be. Called himself a bum the other night. He's far from that. He averages 13 points a game, second on the Lakers. That's less than half of what Kobe puts up on the board on a nightly basis. Craig Smith throws it up and in.
Well, Lamar Odom's going to have an advantage on Craig Smith out on the perimeter, but Craig Smith has an advantage on Lamar Odom in the painted area. Put that big body on Lamar's chest and knock him out of the way and throw the little floater up over the top.
So Craig has now hit 21 of his last 29 shots, over 70% in a 5-game span. Ariza kicks it back to Vujacic. He's got the 3. Sasha with 9 off the bench. And this is a Laker bench that has put up some very big numbers. They combined for 73 points a couple weeks ago in Chicago.
They shoot just under 20 a ball game. They have 5 of 10 from outside the arc tonight.
Radmanovic with the easy 2. And just like that, the Lakers have their largest lead of the night.
More importantly, the Lakers, for them, they only have 3 turnovers in the ball game, so they are taking care of the basketball and shooting it well from outside the arc.
Jerry Seasting filling in tonight for Randy Whitman, undergoing back surgery tomorrow, calls the timeout. We'll step aside.
Halftime Live coming.
And Telly Hughes back at Target Center. Kobe Bryant sat for the last 7 minutes. And LA extended the lead by 3. That is discouraging, Pete. So Kobe comes back fresh after scoring 13 points in the opening quarter.
He was very good. Perfect from outside the arc. Excuse me, 2 of 3 from outside the arc for Kobe. Sasha Vujacic very effective from outside the arc, and Radmanovic is going to get a foul called here on the hard show on Sebastian Telfair.
Gives us a chance to swing it over to Telly Hughes.
Guys, in that last huddle, Jerry Seasting was just preaching defense. Just like doing shoot around, they cannot allow easy baskets. And the last 10 points have actually been layups and wide open 3-pointers, so they got to do a better job with that. Guys, back to you.
They track open jump shots. That's one thing they look at. It's one thing that was kind of biting them in Los Angeles as well. It's one of the things that Coach Osipka talked about, Tom, when he talked to us at halftime of that game in LA, was open jump shots, and he was talking about the percentage of open jump shots. And there's Bob Osipka. Does a great job, really, in all aspects. I mean, the guy is a walking basketball encyclopedia. It's great to watch him go through walkthroughs too. He just has a command of the floor, when he's out there giving his walkthrough.
Bob has written the encyclopedia. He's written a couple books
he may have.
On the game. Craig Smith, 56% at the line this season. And 50% on that pair. Jerry Seasting will be on the sideline for the Timberwolves until Randy Whitman recovers from back surgery. Perform tomorrow. Knocked away, and the Timberwolves again trying to cut into this 12-point lead. McCants is fouled by Jervis Crittenden. This is a young man that Tex Winter, 85-year-old Tex Winter, who still is a consultant for the Lakers, feels should play more. He said this kid is something special, and Tex Winter knows his basketball, Pete.
Javaris Crittenden played with Dwight Howard in high school teammates. So he's been around some pretty good players. Played at Georgia Tech.
He is the 5th youngest player in the NBA right now at age 19. Timberwolves 57% at the line tonight. Turned it over 7 times. Kobe Bryant throws the pass cross court to Odom. Ryan Gomes pulls it out of the air. Telfair, without options, will throw it up. Ariza kicks it out to Kobe. Kobe Bryant, who passed John Stockton a week ago on the all-time scoring list, and McCants will pick up the fouls.
Rashad got 2 quick ones and sat him down early in the first half and picks up a foul there. So now you're going to see Greg Buckner back, but that's a situation where, yes, you want to put ball pressure on Kobe Bryant, but you don't want to extend your arms up over his head into his space. You're just asking for Kobe to draw the foul on you. He's too smart. He's been around too many pressure defensive situations to just allow you to pressure him like that, and he's going to make you pay. So if you're Rashad, you got to be a little smarter than that.
Buckner will hold it up. Telfair surveys the situation. screen and throws it into a crowd of Lakers. 3 consecutive turnovers. And Kobe Bryant make it 4 for the Lakers.
Surprised he's arguing the call. I'm just shocked by that.
Already with 1 technical tonight.
Let's see what happens here, because Sebastian looks like it's a good clean strip here, and it goes down Kobe's leg right off his hip out of bounds. It's pretty cut and dried right there. And Louis Grillo's right there to check it out.
Al Jefferson has not been a factor in this game so far tonight. Just 4 points, 1 of 6 from the field. Buckner outside for 3, no. And it's Laker ball. I mentioned before, Kobe Bryant passing John Stockton, 31st all-time in the NBA in scoring. And they figure, based upon his average, 8 more games to get to 20,000 points, probably 10 games to pass Tom Chambers at number 30. Crittenden. And Jefferson has his 6th rebound of the night. Telfair again trying to force the issue and does exactly that. Sebastian Telfair very aggressive this evening. Telfair back to the line. Well, during every Timberwolves broadcast, we take a question from you, the fans. If you have a question for Jim or me, you can send us an email at carsoup.com/Timberwolves. You look at the sitting wounded right now. Matt Walker of Crosby asks, has any Timberwolves team ever started out so banged up?
Not since I've been with the team. I can't remember any Timberwolves team having so many key players out. And you always have injuries, but we're talking about key injuries to major pieces of the puzzle here for Randy Whitman and his staff.
I would agree.
You predate me by many years, so I was
what do you mean
in
by
junior
that?
high when you first started.
That's a lot. No, I think it's the worst. It's a good question. The worst that it has ever been. Al Jefferson is called on the offensive foul.
It's a pretty difficult call. Let's see here. Does he drop his shoulder? Kind of he does. Pretty good call. Luke Walton selling a little bit there. Good call by the official.
Walton puts it down. Luke Walton, 43% from the field this year, and has become a key component for the Lakers. He started 4 games early on, and there are many that believe he should return to the starting lineup. Big Al with the up fake. Chris Mim not biting. Kobe Bryant reaches in and rips the ball away from Jefferson. Ariz at the other end, and he's fouled. Well, the Lakers come in tonight hungry for a win on the road. They dropped their last 3 away from Los Angeles. This is the 72nd meeting between these two teams. LA holds a 50-21 edge. But in the last 10 games, they've split them. And in fact, Phil Jackson's team has lost 7 of the last 10 here at Target Center. Timberwolves with 10 turnovers here in the first half. Jefferson again working on Mim. Big Al rises up, puts it down. Jefferson's 2nd make of the night. Chris Mim and Big Al with the rejection. Jefferson goes up strong against Mim. Jefferson had the board. It's taken away by Crittenden. Dumps it to Walton, the easy 2 for the Lakers.
Pretty much the difference in this ball game is points off turnovers. It's been turnovers for Minnesota. 15-5 advantage on points off turnovers for the Lakers.
Under 2 minutes remains in the first half. Craig Smith and a crowd gets the bounce. Smith off the bench now with 5. Crittenden tries to wrap it around, and Big Al has rebound. Number 8. Buckner trying to tighten it up. No. Quickly up court. Folks, this is just too easy. Crittenden with the dunk. And a quick release by 2 Lakers. It's a 20-second timeout by Jerry Seasting. We'll step aside as the Lakers continue to pull away. In a minute 21. There are some Lakers fans here tonight, and they are enjoying what they have seen
Chuck Kangas
so far.
Long pass by Kobe. Crittenden gives you a little athleticism there with the reverse dunk by the point guard. We've seen 3 different point guards for the Lakers in this ball game. Derek Fisher, Jordan Farmar, and now Javaris Crittenden. And pretty much just one for Minnesota. It's been pretty much Sebastian Telfair, and that's been it. So Sebastian's been getting some good work, but you see the bench points for the Los Angeles Lakers and the damage that they've been doing for Minnesota. So some good work for Phil Jackson.
Minnesota's bench actually has done a better job than the starters at hitting shots tonight. The bench 55%, the starters 38%, but the Lakers with an edge in a variety of areas, including fast break points so far. 12-5, the numbers there. Telfair on the court, 23 minutes so far in the first half. Kobe Bryant with the steal. And Ryan Gomes will be called for the foul, and you see the look on his face.
This is where all the lobbying for Kobe Bryant comes into play. Let's actually see if Ryan Gomes fouls Kobe Bryant in transition. Normally when Kobe misses, something does happen. Now, whether it was a clean strip or not.
Well, fans don't like it. Kobe averages about 2 steals a night, top 16 in the NBA.
Ryan don't lie. Let's see if we can see here. And there's the push, the hand that's guiding Kobe Bryant, but pretty tough call because there's no contact when he goes up. And
it's the 3rd personal on Ryan Gomes.
That's a tough call.
Cant's also with 3. And Corey Brewer has 3 as well here in the first half. Kobe just 3 of 6 at the line tonight. Done just about everything else right. Craig Smith, the Rhino, with a very big rebound. Under a minute left in the first half. Jefferson trying to make something happen, and he does count the basket and the foul. Al Jefferson now with 8 points and 8 boards.
Guys wising up now. They're staying down on that pump fake and can knock down that little 15-footer. He'll be a lot better post scorer.
Chris Mim picks up his 3rd personal. Reminder to stay with us as soon as the horn blows. It's halftime live. Anthony LaPanta will take over from there. Stick with us. All sorts of surprises ahead. Crittenden, the high teardrop. He gets it to drop.
You just got to be able to keep him in front of him. You put a little pressure on him, but you just can't let him get in the lane unimpeded like that.
Crittenden with the takeaway up to Kobe Bryant, and classic Kobe with the stuff. Bryant is a man on a mission right now, and the Lakers have scored 60 here in the first half. About a 3.5-second differential. Gerald Green is fouled. Let's look at Kobe again. He had no one to contend with, and he comes up with something special for this crowd.
361 hand jam. Lakers have been putting a little perimeter pressure on Minnesota, but not enough to be able to talk about 12 turnovers in a half.
Antoine Walker has faced Kobe Bryant many a time. In the midst of a conversation. Trying to get into his head.
Still plenty of time here for the Lakers to get a good shot off, and you can give it to Kobe, and he's a one-man fast break.
Crittenden takes it up and in. Spectacular play by the rookie out of Georgia Tech. Half-court attempt won't drop. The Lakers fire 56% from the field. And they do a terrific job. Fast break points in so many areas. That is the end of the half.
The Timberwolves lead the Lakers. Actually, let's do this the other way around. Lakers lead the Timberwolves 62-46, and you're watching Halftime Live. What you'll see without commercial interruption includes the following. We have plenty of excitement for you. A chance to dance. A look at what it takes to become a member of the Timberwolves dance team. We'll have a halftime interview. Telly Hughes will visit with the Vikings' Dwight Smith. We'll have fan questions here inside NBA City Restaurant. The offense on the block. Mike McCullough will talk about Sebastian Telfair, the Bucket Boys, and how you defend Kobe Bryant.
Open shots, everything's come too easy for them. You know, they run that triangle system, and it's precision. You know, so what you have to do is you have to bump them off cuts, be physical with them, not let them get to their sweet spots. And we haven't done a good job of that in the first half.
All right, thanks, JB.
No problem, thank you.
That's JB Bickerstaff. Guys, back to you.
Telly, thanks so much. It's interesting, JB, talking about being physical, because Phil Jackson has said that the one element missing for this Laker team is that they don't have a tough guy. Kwame Brown is out. We mentioned he's been that guy for them, even though he's not tough personality-wise. Physically, he's a guy who can knock people around and seal the middle for the Lakers. That's what's been missing, but against the Timberwolves tonight, that has not been an issue, at least thus far. Chris Mim, Lamar Odom, and others have gotten the job done. Third quarter underway. Here in downtown Minneapolis, a snowy day in the Twin Cities. Over 5 inches have fallen, and Lamar Odom with a sweet shot to start the third quarter.
Got to put a little more defensive pressure on guys if you're Minnesota. And I think, again, you know, one of my keys in this ballgame was Rashad McCants. So he's got to stay out of foul trouble. He's got to do a better job of guarding Kobe Bryant, but more importantly, score some points for his team.
McCants misfires there. Rashad playing with 3 fouls. Kobe Bryant and McCants in a bit of a physical battle here early in the third. Bryant backing in. Matson comes over, and Rashad knocks the ball out of bounds. Minnesota ball. Still
a chancy play by Rashad McCants, trying to strip the ball from Kobe Bryant like that. It doesn't take much for a referee to make this call, and Rashad reaches in here. He does get the strip, but he's poking away, and he's asking for a foul to be called by reaching in on Kobe Bryant that way.
Bryant and McCants both with over 3 turnovers a game. Gomes and the handoff for Jefferson. It works again. Ryan Gomes with plenty of room on the baseline to work with.
Instead of cutting all the way down the baseline that time, he just stopped. The defender went so far towards Al Jefferson. Smart play by Gomes.
Down low, Chris Mim goes window, no. And Mad Dog with the board. His 5th rebound tonight. Jefferson turns it around, no. Gomes in perfect position for the rebound and the bucket.
Ryan with 10 points in the ball game now, the only scorer for Minnesota in double figures.
Both teams looking for an identity right now. The Lakers just a win over 500. Minnesota after its 3rd victory of the season. Gomes travels after the fake on Luke Walton. And Jerry Seasting questioning that call. Seasting making his first appearance as an acting head coach from start to finish. Number 4 on McCants. And Rashad knew it. A 14-point lead for the Lakers here early in the third quarter. Mim backing in on Jefferson, turns it around, short, rebound to Big Al. And here comes Telfair. In the corner, Gomes lost the handle right to Kobe Bryant. Kobe has it knocked away momentarily. Over to Odom. Lamar takes it up the middle, and he's fouled. And you heard Mark Madsen saying, I got it, it's me, baby.
It's a hard guy for Mad Dog to guard. Lamar Odom on the floor is so quick. Little jab step by Lamar, left, comes back to his right hand, not known for going right.
Odom just simply has not found any sense of rhythm consistently since he started the season following shoulder surgery. He's the only player remaining in the trade with Miami for Shaq back in July 2004. You recall he arrived in LA with Caron Butler, Brian Grant, and a future first-round pick. Sean McCants disappointed with his foul situation. Big Al Jefferson again working on Mim.
Big defense.
Second
Los
violation.
Angeles Laker, yep. Luke Walton was the culprit.
Will Jackson signed through the end of the 2009-2010 season. As you see, a 9-time NBA champion, a guy that indicated at the news conference that it's been difficult dealing with younger players. He said, I can hardly speak their language, but I'm trying. And asked if he was confirming that this would be his final contract with the Lakers, he laughed and said, no, I'm not. And when the money's that good, even when you've had a couple of hip replacements, this is what he was made to do. He's passionate about it. And he's only 62 years of age. Odom launches the long ball. Long rebound goes to Gomes. Ryan Gomes squaring up against Odom. Offensive board to Jefferson. He fires and hits it. And Big Al has the double-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds. Lakers playing without Andrew Bynum tonight. He is averaging a double-double as well. Knocked away by Buckner, and he'll pick up the foul. Greg Buckner thought he got all ball. One of the
things Greg Buckner talked about in shoot-around today was a lot of guarding Kobe Bryant is effort and just kind of getting into him, not letting him sort of just post you up, get around in front a little bit, move around, and Greg Buckner trying to get a little poke away there, but Kobe Bryant is well protected. The possession before, though, he was doing a great job of getting around in front, making it difficult for Kobe to catch.
Fisher fires from the corner, and he gets it. It's a 2-point shot. Derek Fisher, the ultimate glue guy, his second make of the night. No one helps in running that triangle any better than Derek Fisher. Jefferson again squares up. Fisher's got the rebound quickly up court to Kobe. Odom tries to force the pass into Kobe Bryant. Al Jefferson, a terrific job to take it away. Bulls with 14 turnovers on the night, just committed their 15th. And when you're shorthanded, Carey called on Kobe. When you're shorthanded, as the Wolves have been all season long, you just can't afford to make that many mistakes.
Great job by watch Al Jefferson. He's going to come back into the play here, and he's going to sniff this one out by Kobe Bryant. He's going to little back screen here on Buckner, and Al Jefferson sniffs that out, and that's just great team defense, and that's what I mean about staying connected. Great vision by Al, sees the eye contact, knows where Kobe's going. That's the way you help your teammate out.
14-point game. Gomes misfires, offensive board. Mark Manson was there, but couldn't pull it in. And it sails out of bounds.
Kobe Bryant so hot in the first quarter, and since then Minnesota's done a pretty good job, and you'd think that you do that kind of job on Kobe Bryant through the body of the game that you'd think you'd be pretty close in the ball game. You're still not out of question. Someone's got to step up now and put some little pressure on the Lakers, make it difficult for them to operate, and offensively Minnesota needs to catch fire.
That has become somewhat of a trend with Kobe the last few games. Hart's very hot start, but not the dramatic finish that you expect from Bryant. And Ryan Gomes with the reach-in foul.
Rui Grillo makes the call out here by us. Ron Elysiak on the baseline does not make the call, and Kobe Bryant just gives Elysiak a dirty look. Says, I cannot believe you did not make that call.
Fourth foul on Gomes. And Corey Brewer set to check in.
I think it's funny that Kobe still complains. Even when he gets the call, he's complaining.
That's a great point.
Not happy. The wrong official made the call.
High expectations, Kobe Bryant.
Well, keeps him honest.
Bryant, with gravity do the work there. Now 5 of 8 at the line and 5 of 10 from the field. He's got 17 points. He averages nearly 28 a game. Big Al Jefferson inside. Corey Brewer had a hand on it, and in the end, it's Jefferson with the jam. Dozen points for Big Al.
Well, Al's trying his best.
He has been so aggressive on the defensive end as well, Pete, as you have pointed out, but the Lakers seem to have the answer each and every possession. Telfair leaning in to Fisher, short. And the Wolves drop to 40% from the field. Kobe Bryant one-on-one with Buckner. Great pass on the baseline outside, and the three is hit by Derek Fisher. And that one stung. D. Fish with a big three-pointer. And he puts the Lakers up 74-55 with just over 5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Derek Fisher in his 12th NBA season.
But then Al doesn't give up. He's a great offensive rebounder. He's not going to be denied. He throws it right off the face of Chris Mihm. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists for Al Jefferson in this ballgame. Only 2 players in double figures for Minnesota. Only 1 for the Lakers. Kobe Bryant was 17. But there's a bunch of guys that have contributed for the Lakers, though. I mean, Luke Walton's been pretty good. Chris Mihm still has 9. Sasa Vujacic, though, did a great job in the first half. Knocked some threes down, really kind of built this lead for the Lakers. And it's been pretty close, Tom, ever since that first quarter, really.
There's Sasha. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? He's 23 years of age, out of Slovenia. Let's see what the Wolves can get going on the offensive end. Craig Smith. Nice drop shot there. Smith has 7 off the bench.
You've got to have to just pound the Lakers at this point. Just give it to Craig Smith and Al Jefferson. Let those two just throw body blows at the Lakers inside. They're going to call a foul on Antoine Walker here out on the floor. Antoine doesn't like the call. Not a shooting foul, however. It's going to be side out. Excuse me. Initially, they talked about throwing it on the side,
right.
But Minnesota with 5 team fouls right now. Lakers do not have a team foul yet.
So Walton at the line, short. Mim has the rebound, and the Lakers go back to business. Fisher missing long. Jefferson has rebound number 12. Timberwolves struggling at times tonight to contend with the Lakers. Corey Brewer not able to hold on there, but it's out of bounds off of Lamar Odom.
Corey Brewer's offense is lagging way behind his defense at this point, and you kind of knew that was going to happen. Corey was not a great scorer in college. He was a really good defender and a great blend player on a great offensive team.
Jefferson going at Chris Mim, and too much on that shot. Knocked out of bounds by Buckner. Well, Corey Brewer, I believe, is going to be a tremendous player in this league. It's going to take some time. Part of the growing pains that we have witnessed with a variety of players. Odom sticks that shot. It's a 2. Lamar Odom now with 9 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And couldn't help but call that foul. Derek Fisher all over Greg Buckner.
Well, when you're up and you're playing against a team that's as banged up as Minnesota is, they don't have their head coach. A lot of the starting players from Minnesota are out of this ball game. The hoop looks like a hula hoop out there. I mean, it looks like a big trash can, and it's pretty easy to shoot when you're up by 20.
Craig Smith, the Rhino in the lane. All muscle on that play. Buckner knocks the ball away and then throws it to Walker. Quickly up court, and Smith on Odom. And Craig loses the ball. Kobe Bryant lines up the 3. Minnesota ball. Let's look at Craig Smith's last bucket. It was a beauty.
How does an undersized guy sort of get his shot off? And he's so good at using his shoulder to sort of shield the ball away from the defender. So even though Chris Mim has 5 or 6 inches on him, he can shoot it up over the top.
Corey Brewer off target with the 3-point attempt. Lakers ball. Los Angeles Lakers, a commanding performance tonight against the Timberwolves. Under 3 minutes remains here in the 3rd quarter.
It's the season to shop, and the Red Tags are coming back for the...
Michael Doliak has checked in for the Wolves. His last appearance, November 21st against the Cavs. Has missed the last 6 games, DNP, CD. He is yet to take a shot in a Timberwolves uniform. This is his 4th appearance. All but 3 off the bench. Ariza makes it look easy. Trevor Ariza, so happy to be back in Los Angeles, and he has demonstrated that in his game. Craig Smith into the paint again. Whistle. And the foul, the loose ball foul, is on Chris Mim. Craig Smith tonight 4 of 5 from the field. And over the last 5 games, he has fired at a very accurate clip. You can get a free hot dog, a bag of chips, and a small Pepsi this Saturday when the Wolves host the Suns. The meal deal is only $19, and it's perfect for the entire family. Buy meal deal tickets for Saturday's game at Timberwolves.com or the Target Center box office. Smith has earned every one of his 11 points in this game. He had 9.6 rebounds the first time out against the Lakers. The game that LA won 107-93. Redmanovich, disappointing last year as a long-range shooter, done a much better job this season. Ranks in the top 40 in the NBA in three-point shooting.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Vladimir got into all sorts of problems. Corey Brewer flips it up with the shoulder injury that occurred during All-Star break when he was snowboarding in Park City. Initially lied about the situation and ultimately admitted it. Fined $500,000. 1:38 remaining in the third quarter.
It's kind of an embarrassing way to get hurt, isn't it? And to have to miss the season.
Yeah, especially
snow burning during All-Star break.
Especially when it costs you $500,000. Kobe Bryant. It's Buckner in the air, throws it up. Somehow it drops in. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play.
Lakers do a great job of spreading the floor, and it's difficult to get help over there. You see them cut through. Michael Doliak does not follow Lamar Odom across the way and tries to come back and help out Buckner, but the damage has been done because Kobe is going to give you a series of pump fakes. You're sort of at the whim and will of Kobe Bryant.
Kobe with 20 tonight. And LA has scored on 8 of its last 10 possessions in this game. Brewer again in the lane, rises up and floats it down. So Corey scoring on back-to-back attempts. Bryant in the air, kicks it to Odom. Lamar slices the pass out. Jordan Farmar wiped the basket away. And the offensive foul to charge on Farmar. Pete, you judge a team by wins and losses. And in a game, you look at how a team will play in quarters. And right now, I think that's where the Wolves are at. You just can't stop fighting. You got to keep chipping away. And that has been the MO of this Timberwolves team, with the exception of the last game. Smith is blocked by Ariza.
He's had all day long to size Craig Smith up, just waiting for him to spin back. And Craig lost vision of where Trevor Ariza was coming from. He did have the post up, and he was getting great position inside. His shoulder into Lamar Odom knocked him off and could get his shot off over the top of Lamar, but that's great help defense by Trevor Ariza.
5 seconds remains on the shot clock. No, 14 they've changed it to. Telfair will set up. Swung around, and Walker for 3. In and out for Antoine. Lakers with a 21-point advantage. They have fired at a 56% clip in this game through the end of 3 quarters. Odom stripped at the ball, and the Wolves have 6.3 to work with. Brewer gets by Kobe Bryant, launches the three and hits it. Corey Brewer, spectacular play to close out the third quarter. He dealt with Kobe, and then he knocked down the three. And Corey Brewer scored the last 7 points for Minnesota in the quarter. Brewer buries his 5th three-pointer of the season. After dealing with the defense of Kobe Bryant, the pirouette, and then Timberwolves head into the fourth quarter, trailing big to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Wolves have not won a game this year when they have trailed after 3 quarters. But Corey Brewer giving us reason for hope. Some spectacular shots and terrific work on the defensive end to close out the third. Walker for 3, short. Farmer quickly up court. Crittenden has been extremely impressive tonight. 19-year-old rookie out of Georgia Tech, only averages about 3 points a game. He's got 6 in this one, in 6 minutes on the court. Walker, short, gets his second try and converts. Antoine with 8 off the bench tonight. 30 points for the Wolves bench in this game. Sasha fired off the heel. Doliak has a board. Walker spinning on Ariza, takes it all the way. Antoine Walker growing stronger as the game grows longer. Radmanovich looks to answer. He does.
Radmanovich has been quiet in this game, but he's hit some nice jump shots. 8 points in the game for Vlad Radmanovich. Situation for the Lakers. They got a back-to-back situation, Tom, so they're looking at probably minutes, I'm sure. Another illegal defense for the Los Angeles Lakers, but Phil Jackson, I'm sure, is also sizing up his team and saying, okay, we got some guys that are down. Andrew Bynum has not played in this game because of stomach flu. We've got other various injuries. So they've got 10 dressed tonight. They've got to play in Denver tomorrow.
Alfred Graham's the first World Series champion and outdoorsman Kent Herbeck, along with Eric Gisselson, take you on another journey into great outdoors on Kent Herbeck Outdoors. Catch all the action tonight at 10 p.m. on FSN North.
The only guy that has a better job than Kent Herbeck is me. Being able to, we got a great job sitting over here doing the games with the Wolves. And what a cushy job that is for Herbeck. Gets to go fishing and hunting for a living.
It's a great job for Herbie, and he and Eric do a terrific work on that show.
Sure does.
But it suits him, fits him to a T, doesn't it? Whether it's hunting, fishing, or otherwise. Corey Brewer again, that one in and out. The loose ball to Farmar. Jordan, who's playing a larger role in this Laker team, gets it into Chris Mim. And Mim now one of 3 Lakers in double digits.
Chris Mim gathers himself and throws that jump hook. It's pretty much his basic shot.
Walker's long ball, short. Farmer for 3. He's got it.
Lakers just spreading the floor in the Wolves and just playing catch around the perimeter, waiting for someone to get open.
8 threes made tonight in 18 attempts. That's 44%. The Wolves 4 of 19 from three-point range. Brewer launches no. Farmar kicks it back to Ariza.
They're just taking turns at driving seams within the defense.
Mim, the touch pass to Farmar. He's got the three. A three-for-all down the stretch for the Lakers, who have now canned 9 of them tonight.
57% from the floor for the Los Angeles Lakers. And as I said before, when you're up and the team's not putting a lot of pressure on you, the basket looks huge.
Sebastian Telfair, his 4th make in 10 attempts, has 11 points and 3 assists tonight. Sasha stopped by Michael Doliak. Telfair leveled by Ariza. Well, Jordan Farmar, one of the multitude of stars for the Lakers tonight. Back in the city where they started.
Minnesota versus North Dakota, Friday at 7 on.
They can get some more rebounding tonight and some more points and make this game close. But we'll have all that on Quest Wolf Live after the game, guys.
Charlie, thanks so much. Rebounding has been much closer than the score tonight. The Lakers +1 on the boards, and part of the reason for that is Al Jefferson has pulled down a dozen, including 5 on the offensive end. Well, let's look at this text question. Came in tonight. Do you think Al Jefferson has a legitimate chance to make the All-Star game?
Well, there's too many good forwards and centers in the NBA for a team with Minnesota's record, probably for Al to make it. But I think he's going to make people sit up and notice. And I think that that's one thing that playing in the Western Conference against all the great teams in the West is going to do for Al, is kind of give him some more exposure, because you know the East isn't as sexy. And of course the Celtics weren't very good either when he was there, Tom, over the past 3 years. So I don't think that Al will be able to make it at this point, and not until the Wolves start stepping up or his numbers get gaudy. But there are too many great. I mean, think about all the great power forwards and centers in the NBA on the Western Conference side. It's going to be very difficult this year.
At age 22, there's no doubt that Al Jefferson will be an All-Star many times before his career is over. Now the Lakers dipped into the bench here in the 4th quarter. Mim did start at center today. Jump ball, or was there a timeout call? Let's look at the Grand Casino hustle board tonight. You see the rebounding. The Wolves have done a decent job, but second chance points. Minnesota with an edge. Steals and fast break points. And fast break points, as we've talked about many times, Pete, has been a problem for the Timberwolves. Kobe Bryant talking with Luke Walton, still dissecting things.
Kobe Bryant in this ball game, 29 minutes. Derek Fisher only 18.
Pete, tell us about what goes on a bench when your team is up big. Obviously, the mood is pretty bright.
You know, talk does tend to stray away from basketball, if you can imagine. You know, but you know, it depends. I mean, it depends on who's involved. If it's a young team, a veteran team. The spectrum varies, that's for sure, and I'm sure the Lakers are over there. They're relieved after you know, losing a couple ball games. They got throttled by the Utah Jazz. They got throttled at home against the Orlando Magic. The Magic just keep on rolling along, don't they? They just are a great road team, and so they're going to break a losing streak here in Minneapolis, and you have to go to the Mile High City and play against the Denver Nuggets.
A Denver team that they dominated. It was a 26-point loss one night and a 27-point win the next.
I mean, obviously there's still plenty of time left for the Wolves to make a push, but they just haven't seemed to get anything rolling offensively.
And the 4th quarter has been an issue. Minnesota averages just 21 points in the 4th quarter, and they fired 36% from the field. They've been outscored by an average of 6 points in the 4th and 9 points overall in the second half.
Lakers were up by 6 after 1. They rolled a 32 on Minnesota in period number 2 and ended up outscoring them by 10, so up by 16 at the half, and then only up by 2 after a 2-point advantage in the third quarter. So things have kind of leveled off a little bit. It was early in that second quarter, too. It seemed like they built that 14, 16-point lead, Tom, very early in that second quarter, and it's been sort of even ever since that. Kobe Bryant has not done much since the first quarter when he dropped 13 on Minnesota. Only 7 points for Kobe Bryant since quarter number 1.
And yet it hasn't mattered. The Lakers hit the century mark against Minnesota.
Lakers average 105.5, fifth in the NBA in scoring. They're tied with Minnesota defensively, though. The Lakers give up 102 points per ball game, tied for 22nd. It's the Wolves' problem. They're 24th in scoring. The Wolves only average 93 points per ball game. So in a game where the Lakers kind of up-tempoed things a little bit, they got out early. It's been difficult for Minnesota to catch up, and their three-point shooting has been off the charts.
It's the 10th three-point make of the night, 10 of 20. A perfect 50% for the Lakers from the perimeter.
A team that makes just under 7 per ball game, shoot just under 20, so they're right at the number of makes, but they've been shooting them with regularity here in the second half.
McCants back in, missing there. A loose ball poked away from Craig Smith, and the easy 2 for Jordan Farmar.
And that's been the problem, too, is that, on Minnesota misses, the Lakers have been able to get out and run and get easy baskets in transition as well. 21-5 advantage on fast break points.
Odom up court quickly. Farmar scoops the pass out to Sasha Vujicic. And Trevor Ariza with the offensive board. Radmanovic with the miss. Under 6 minutes remains here at Target Center. Sebastian Telfair to bury that shot. Well, it has been a long night for Timberwolves fans here at Target Center, where the Lakers hold a 25-point lead.
Minnesota Timberwolves basketball on FSN North is brought to you by Jeep. America's most fuel-efficient 4x4s are at your Jeep dealer. Check one out today or go to Jeep.com.
Tonight's Treasure Island game reset. Let's see how this thing developed. Kobe Bryant had 13 points in the first quarter, got the Lakers rolling. Al Jefferson brought Minnesota back. Big Al with the double-double again tonight, but three-point shooting has been the key for the Lakers most of the evening. Sasha Vujicic with the long ball there, and the Lakers 10 of 21 from long range in this game. Wolves have been outscored in every quarter. Al Jefferson will continue to battle. And there is young Sasha, who's 23 years of age. Came in shooting only 29% from three-point range, but obviously done better than that tonight. Crittenden held off, floats it over to Radmanovic, who was unaware of the shot clock. And even with the large lead, Phil Jackson not happy about that. Chris Richard has checked in for the 8th time this season, all off the bench. McCants steps back. That one goes. And Rashad just 3 of 9 for the field tonight, now with 9 points. Early foul trouble sent him to the bench, and he has not been a factor. Timberwolves have given up 108 points in their last 3 losses, and the Lakers, with 5 minutes to go, already at 105.
I know a lot of fans have been talking about Corey Brewer and Gerald Green in terms of guys that should get minutes, but that guy right there is a guy that kind of captures my imagination. I know that, he's still a young player that's still trying to learn the system and learn how to play freely out there, but he's got a great relationship with Al Jefferson.
Got another text question tonight, Jim. And it's one we talked about before, the greatest Laker of all time. We'll answer it in postgame. That's 5 tremendous choices. McCann spinning in the lane, takes it all the way.
That's what Minnesota needed in the first quarter. They needed him to stay in the game. Got in foul trouble against Kobe early, had to go sit down, but they needed his offense. He's the guy that can get you 25 in a game, and this was the game you needed him to score 25.
Pass down low, Redmanovich gets it into Crittenden in a crowd. The handoff, beautiful pass by the rookie for the bucket. Time running down, and Crittenden well aware of it. Well, both teams now with 6 players in double figures. The Lakers had 6 in double digits the first time they played the Wolves, and 1 in Los Angeles last month. Redmanovich has that shot blocked emphatically by Al Jefferson. But the Lakers, even in a defensive stop like that, come back and score. The difference has been defense, without question, for this young Timberwolves team thus far. They're averaging about a point more than they did last year, but giving up 8.5 more points than they did a season ago.
It's just amazing that this is the same team that was battling the San Antonio Spurs for 3 quarters, Tom. I mean, the energy that the very same team had, except for, Marco obviously was in the game, but not for very long. I mean, he hurt himself in the first quarter. He didn't play much of that ball game.
McCants for 3, he's got it.
And Rashad McCants didn't even play in that game. He didn't even dress for the San Antonio Spurs game. So just shows you what a mental game this is in a lot of ways. This Laker team has not played as hard as the San Antonio Spurs played.
Rashad McCants spent much of the night on the bench with 4 fouls. He's come on in the fourth quarter and continues to knock down shots. Took control early on and have continued to pull away. Fast break points certainly have been part of the reason, Pete.
21-7, and a lot of them came off of Minnesota misses, and that's one thing that happens, Tom. You lose by 26 or 20, whatever it was, down in Memphis, and you start getting blown out in ball games. You can almost point to what happens on missed jump shots. Does offensive rebounding and second effort and sprinting back on defense happen, or do layups happen for the other team? And that's one thing that was kind of evident in this game, is that missed jumpers led to easy baskets by the Los Angeles Lakers.
Kobe Bryant on the bench has only played 29 minutes tonight. 20 points, 6 of 12 accuracy from the field. And yes, he's going to sign an autograph. And this young lady has forgotten the pen. The critical element in getting an autograph, but they found one anyway. And this youngster very excited. And Kobe with a smile, happy to comply. She's got the camera. She's ready for that too. Wow. We'll follow this developing story. Well, Kobe obviously in a pretty happy. And there it is.
How about that? That's shameless.
Kobe Bryant on the bench with the autograph and the picture.
You used to use your kids to get pictures with Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire, didn't you?
The final blow comes with 2:33 left in this game. That was mean-spirited.
I rib you a little bit. You could have said Abe Lincoln or something like that.
There you go. Thanks a lot. Brewer at the doorstep can't finish, and Lamar Odom was the reason. Ariza at the other end lays it in. Well, the Lakers will pick up their 10th win of the season and snap a 3-game losing streak on the road and a 2-game losing streak here at Target Center. Forced into Craig Smith, taken away by Ariza. Crittenden blocked by Corey Brewer.
Yeah, that's not only missed shots, but also what happens after turnovers are committed too. What happens?
Brewer takes it all the way inside. In a game that was decided long ago, Minnesota trying to finish with somewhat of a kick. Odom on Richard.
And see, this is one reason why you don't put a lot of effort into getting the young guys a lot of playing time. You don't want to get blown out in games and have people lose their confidence. You want to play the veteran guys. That's why I love the way Randy was playing a lot when they were healthy. A lot of the veteran guys and getting some wins and going after some wins early at the expense of maybe playing the younger guys. And you're seeing where playing younger guys gets you. It gets you blown out in your home floor.
Now, of course, injuries have dictated heavier minutes for some of the younger players. There just aren't as many options right now for this staff.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no learning that can go on from getting blown. I mean, yeah, you're going to get some minutes, and yeah, you're going to, maybe Corey Brewer and Sebastian Telfair, but you like to be able to have some success. Beautiful move by Chris Richard. I'd like to see Chris get a few more minutes, just because physically he can really, I think, offensively give you more than Mad Dog and/or Michael Doliak. I think he can actually give you some putbacks, and he can actually score the basketball around the rim. Not to mention, he's a tremendous shot blocker, too.
Richard is second make of the season in 3 shots. Final seconds. Lakers already have scored a season high for an opponent. Well, the Timberwolves fall 116-95. And our player of the game, we weren't sure, but when he lined up for the autograph in the picture, that put him over the top. Kobe Bryant. The Timberwolves at 2-14. Off to the slowest start in franchise history. For a preview of Quest Wolves Live, let's send it over to Anthony LaPanta.
Thanks very much, Tom. Join us in NBA City Restaurant in downtown Minneapolis for tonight's edition of Quest Wolves Live. We'll revisit a couple of the show. We'll take a close